Call this regular meeting of the Board of Education School District number 40 at 6 p.m. on Monday, April 8th at the Performing Arts Center, 3600 Avenue, Cities to order. Roll call, please.
Audrey Adamson.
Here.
Jetta Smith.
Here.
Ramona Dixon.
Here.
Jason Farrell. Lindsay Hines.
Here.
Andrew Ware.
Here.
Aaron Waldron Smith.
Here.
Abigail Greenlee. Justin Collard.
All right, let's recite the pledge of allegiance.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Approval of the minutes. I recommend motion is approval of the minutes of the regular meeting of the Board of Education, March 11th, 2024.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? All right, recommended motion is that approve the minutes of the closed session of the Board of Education meeting on March 11th, 2024.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Approval of the minutes of the open session of the special Board of Education meeting of March 20, 2024.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Approval of the minutes of the closed session of the special Board of Education meeting of March 20, 2024.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? All right, we're going to get into public comment, our communications, public comment, and participation. And I will call people as they had come in. So the first comment came from Jamie Drahier. Is Jamie Drahier here? All right, I will read the statement then. Jason Farrell needs to be removed. Okay, sorry. This message came in Monday, April 8th at 7:24 a.m. To the board secretary. Jason Farrell needs to be removed from the board as soon as possible. While not convicted of anything as of yet, his personal actions still reflect the board, and he has made a mockery of it. If this is how he conducts his personal life, how can we assume that he will be fair and equitable in his business as a part of the school board? His refusal to resign when asked again shows his arrogance and lack of respect for Moline schools and its board. The video and audio are damning enough to cause damage, and the school board will suffer if he remains on it. Please do the right thing. The next comment came Monday, April 8th at 2:08 p.m. from Matthew Harris. Mr. Harris, do you wish to read yours, or would you like me to? Okay. Jason Farrell is still denying any allegations being made against him. The day he was caught on the date with the woman he met on Tinder, he was recorded saying he has no kids, that he served in the United States Air Force for 8 years in Springfield and spent 2 years in Baghdad, and that his previous partner left him while he was away serving, and discussed the terms of the relationship of the woman he met with. There is still one massive problem though. As of today, we are aware of the fact that the Tinder account was open as far back as October 6th of 2023. We have no idea how many women he matched with, had conversations with, or met with. I would like to ask the board to put pressure on Jason to give his victim, Matthew Harris, the email address and password to the account that he created in Matthew's name, so that there can be a full transparency of what he said and did using Matthew's likeness. The full amount of defamation of character that was created by this account is still unknown because he supposedly deleted the account and all the data associated with it. In light of the recent sexual assault allegations being made against Jason, I believe that it is imperative to the safety of our local community that we understand just how far Jason Farrell's deception has reached, so that we can reflect accordingly to his blatant attack on an innocent member of the community's reputation, along with the women he fooled into believing his lies. Next comment, came in Monday, April 8th, 2024, at 4:22 p.m. from Haley Riley. I'm gonna start, Kat. My name is Haley Riley. I currently live in New York City, where I work as a licensed clinical social worker. I specialize in sex and relationship therapy and have done extensive work with survivors of abuse. I'm originally from the Quad Cities. I graduated United Township High School, and a former student at Washington Elementary. I would like to have on the record, Jason Farrell should resign. He has an ongoing emergency order of protection placed on him for stalking a district parent. Jason Farrell is also accused of impersonating a member of the military on a dating app. I know women he has controlled, manipulated, and emotionally abused. A sexual predator is defined as a person seen as obtaining or trying to obtain sexual contact with another person in a metaphorically predatory or abusive manner. There is a video of Jason Farrell lying to a woman about his identity and preying on them with the intention of obtaining sex under false pretense. By lying and deceiving, Jason is removing a woman's ability to consent to the possible emotional and medical risk of sexually engaging with them. In my personal and professional opinion, it is incredibly dangerous to give any power or influence to a person who is capable of this level of deceit with brazen disregard for any of the people he is hurting. Thank you for your time. Next person. Joseph Schilling.
Without Jason Farrell being here today, I prepared something for him, but it's not that long. But I'll just go ahead and continue with my statement anyway. My name is Joe Schilling. I own St. Giuseppe's Pizza in Cole Valley in East Moline. It's the best pizza you've ever had, obviously. In 2020, I was surprised to see a comment from Jason Farrell on Facebook condemning my business and family for political reasons. This is going somewhere, so bear with me. He even went as far to call my late father a piece of after he was diagnosed with stomach cancer. Jason and his wife continue to harass my business online over the next few years. Jason has desperately tried to make a villain out of me and my business. He has desperately tried to hurt my reputation and influence our community not to buy pizza from St. Giuseppe's. It continues to succeed. Regardless of politics, I find it absolutely disgusting that a Moline school board member would ever try to destroy the sole income of someone who's married with 3 children. I've had plenty of people leave me 1-star reviews and refuse to eat my pizza for reasons other than the quality of my pizza and service. But Jason stuck out to me because he was obsessive. Obsessive to a point where I had to think, something is wrong with Jason Farrell. What is he hiding? Why is he trying to make me out to be a villain? Eventually, I asked Jason the following question over Facebook Messenger on September 25th of 2023. Do you have any perversions that would make you unsuitable to be on the Moline School Board? More specifically, are you a pedophile? Jason did not provide a yes or no answer. Instead, he got defensive and told me that if I made any claims that he would sue me. How hard is it to answer no to such a simple question? I can imagine that question is much easier to answer for someone who is innocent. By the way, all Moline school staff, school board members get 50% off any pizza every Monday leading up to the month of May.
Yeah.
Thank you.
All right, next up is Andy Harris.
I really don't have as much to say as I thought I'd have to say because it's already been said. But I'm wearing this hat. It's an Air Force hat. And my Uncle John was a lieutenant in the Air Force. My son was a sergeant in the Air Force. My dad was in the military too, as a chief petty officer. My grandfather served with George Patton in World War I. And I could go on and on and on about the people in my family and the friends that have served. And the one thing that I have to say about Jason Farrell is stolen valor. He stole this. And it's punishable by a year in prison, fines and penalties. And so you just have to ask. I wanted to say this eye to eye to Jason actually, but he's not here, so I'm just gonna say it to you. You can't have this guy serving Coal Valley and Moline. I live in Coal Valley and my kids went to these schools. My kids are going to your schools. And I feel very uncomfortable with him even being around my children, let alone impersonating the brave men and women that have served us in this country. And I'll stop right there because I might get a little emotional. But of course, it doesn't stop there. It goes on to everything else that's been brought forward. And there's even more than that. So I think if Jason doesn't resign, I think you as a board have given him an opportunity to resign so he can move on to his family and heal the damage that he's done. And if he continues to deny, and if he continues to make things up and accuse other people and attack other people in the community, like our friend here that makes the great pizzas, that it just can't continue. And that's really all I have to say. I have a lot more to say, but I'm just gonna cut it right there. Thank you.
Next up is Connie Harris.
It's good at talking in front of people as everyone else there maybe, but as a mom of a military son, this really, really hurt me. And for anybody, there were many, many nights I didn't sleep while he was in Afghanistan. And for somebody to come in and steal his identity and say, oh, I was over there and never served, that to me, whether it's a crime or not, is a crime. And to see my son have to put up with that, it really hurt. And I don't think that somebody that lies like that, I saw the video, and to say that he has no children, that too, he does. He has 2 children of his own and 2 stepchildren, and to deny even having children. And then he asked the woman he was with, do you have children? And she said, yes, I have 2 boys. He looked at her like, uh-oh, maybe I shouldn't have said that. But it just goes to show his character, that this man is not who people think he is. He lies, and he hurt my son and my grandchildren. And that's all I have to say.
So, public comment we have. The next item on the agenda is board member censure. As you all know, video and audio information regarding Mr. Farrell has circulated widely online. The board has received an overwhelming amount of contacts and reports about it. Board members have all reviewed the available video and audio of the accusations, some of which have been taken down, but some of which is currently available in a YouTube video titled Moline Valley School Board Member Pretends to be military veteran on Tinder. Mr. Farrell has stated that the video and audio of him has been falsified. The board and administration have invited him to share any such evidence to back this claim up, but he, for alleged personal legal reasons, has declined to do so. We are not a court or a jury, but the alleged conduct is just so deeply disturbing, and it has resulted in the district being cast in a terrible light. The board and administration have been inundated with inquiries, complaints, and FOIA requests about this matter, and it has monopolized all of our time. This situation and its impact have taken away countless hours from our mission, which is to serve kids and families. It has negatively impacted the district and caused some families to distrust the district, the board, or individual board members. This all has taken us away from what we are supposed to be doing, which is educating kids. We can never get back the amount of staff time that is being redirected away from their primary responsibilities of serving students and families. We can never get back the hours and hours of volunteer time that Board Vice President Aaron Waldron Smith and I have put into this. The disruption to the district has been enormous. It is important for the public to understand that voters placed Jason Farrell in office and that the school board does not have the power to remove him. But the board does have the power to censure him and to request the regional superintendent remove him. This resolution is posted with our meeting agenda in board book and is publicly available to anyone who wishes to view it. At this time, can I have a motion that the Board of Education approve the resolution to censure board member Jason Farrell and request his resignation from the Moline Coal Valley School District Board of Education?
So moved.
Second.
Member Smith, this is your motion. Would you please read the resolution aloud for the record?
Resolution to censure board member and request member's resignation for removal. Whereas the Board of Education, the board of Moline Coal Valley Community Unit School District Number 40, Rock Island County, Illinois, the district, has received and reviewed information, reports, and video audio evidence concerning alleged conduct by board member Jason Farrell and allegedly impersonating another community member and a district parent on dating apps, meeting with individuals and representing himself as that community member and as a military veteran. And whereas such reports and video audio evidence concerning member Farrell's alleged conduct have circulated widely throughout the community and have resulted in a public outcry calling for member Farrell's resignation or removal as a school board member. And whereas the board adopted board policy 280, board member oath and conduct, and 280E, exhibit board member code of conduct on June 26, 2023. And whereas board policy 280 states, the board adopts the Illinois Association of School Boards Code of Conduct for members of school boards, and whereas 280E exhibit board member code of conduct states in pertinent part as follows. As a member of my local board of education, I will do my utmost to represent the public interest in education by adhering to the following standards and principles. 1. I will represent all school district constituents honestly and equally and refuse to surrender my responsibilities to special interest or partisan political groups. 2. I will avoid any conflict of interest or the appearance of impropriety which could result from my position and will not use my board membership for personal gain or publicity. 4. I will take no private action that might compromise the board or administration and will respect the confidentiality of privileged information. 9. I will respectfully listen to those who communicate with the board, seeking to understand their views while recognizing my responsibility to represent the interests of the entire community. And whereas board policy 260, board member removed from office, adopted on June 26, 2023 states, if a majority of the Board of Education determines that a board member has locally failed to perform his or her official duties, it may request the regional superintendent to remove such member from office. And whereas the board has attempted to give Mr. Farrell the opportunity to present any evidence in his defense, and after receiving no such evidence, and after due consideration of all the evidence available at this time, and in light of the urgency of this matter, the board finds it necessary, and desirable to take immediate action. Now, therefore, be it resolved by the Board of Education of Moline Valley Community Unit School District Number 40, Rock Island County, Illinois, that Section 1, the board hereby finds that Mr. Farrell has violated the spirit and letter of the board member code of conduct by failing to represent all school district constituents honestly and equally, failing to avoid the appearance of impropriety, failing to refrain from taking private action that might compromise the board or administration, failing to respectfully listen to those who communicate with the board, and failing to represent the interests of the entire community. Section 2, the board further finds that Mr. Farrell's actions have harmed the board, district, and community, and have rendered his continued service on the board untenable. Section 3, the board condemns the conduct of Mr. Farrell and hereby censures Mr. Farrell and demands that Mr. Farrell cease any further unethical conduct that undermines the relationships between the Board of Education
and its students, staff, families, and other members of the community. Section 4. The board requests that Mr. Farrell resign his position on the board in order to mitigate the harm that his conduct has caused the district and the students, staff, families, and other members of the community. Section 5. The board finds that Mr. Farrell has willfully failed to perform his official duties and requests the regional superintendent to remove him from office. Section 6. The president and secretary of the board or designee are authorized and directed to provide a copy of this resolution to Mr. Farrell and to the regional superintendent. Section 7. This resolution shall be in full force and effect upon its passage.
Thank you. Is there any discussion on the resolution? Right, with that, I will, and now it's time to vote on the motion. Roll call, please.
Jason Farrell. Lindsay Hines,
Aye.
Aaron Waldron Smith,
Aye.
Chet Smith,
Aye.
Mona Dixon,
Aye.
Audrey Adamson,
Aye.
Andrew Ware.
Aye. Resolution is adopted. Now moving on. Agenda, next on the agenda. Number 6. Public hearing of the proposed 2024 amended school district budget. We will now begin the hearing of the proposed 2023-2024 amended school district budget. Is there anyone who wishes to speak in favor of the proposed 2023-2024 amended school district budget? Is there anyone who wishes to speak in opposition to the proposed 2023-2024 amended school district budget? Is there anyone who wishes to speak neither for nor against the proposed 2023-2024 amended school district budget, but wishes to offer additional information? Mr. Shelley.
So is it $132 million? Is that right?
Mr. Gallo,
Yes, that is correct. I just wanted to offer like a comment and, got 3 kids, 18, it was 7,000 students in the district. 7,200, so around $18,000 per student for the school year, $100 a day. Give me $600,000 and I'll have the smartest 3 kids you've ever seen by the time they're 13 years old. So,
Okay. All testimony has been taken. This hearing for the proposed 2023-2024 amended school district budget is now closed. Now moving on to the consent agenda. The recommended motion is that the Board of Education approve the actions contained in the consent agenda as presented. I have a motion.
So.
Second. Discussion? Roll call.
Lindsay Hines,
Aye.
Aaron Waldron Smith,
Aye.
Audrey Adamson,
Aye.
Chet Smith.
Aye.
Mona Dixon.
Aye.
Jason Farrell. Andrew Ware.
Aye. Resolution to adopt the school district amended budget for the 2023-2024 fiscal year. Recommended motion is that the Board of Education approve the resolution also authorizing the adoption of the amended budget for the 2023-2024 fiscal year. I have a motion.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion? Roll call.
Aaron Waldron Smith,
Aye.
Audrey Adamson,
Aye.
Chet Smith,
Aye.
Mona Dixon,
Aye.
Jason Farrell, Lindsay Hines,
Aye.
Andrew Ware.
Aye. All right, reports, requests, and open discussion. Dr. Savage?
Just a couple of things tonight, we'll keep it short. We actually started 4th quarter today. So we are in, strangely, the final stretch of the school year. It has gone very, very fast. It's great to see the kids outside and spring sports starting up. And all of the activities that go along with the spring, as well as rounding out some of the fantastic end of year activities for all of our students. So we look forward to engaging the community with great concerts and theater and sports and academic achievement. We appreciate the continued support of our families in supporting our students. Just a reminder to the Board of Education that next meeting on April 22nd, we will go through the process of closing out our strategic PACE goals for this school year. Remember, PACE stands for P for people, A for achievement, C for community, and E for environment. We've got those goals within each of those categories, and we'll present those closeout monitoring and final scoring for the board at the next meeting. And then lastly, just a reminder for board members to submit their statement of economic interest to the county clerk. You should have received those in the mail, and those are due by May 1st.
I have a quick question. Can we remind me, we got our report for yet?
Yes.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Yep.
Financial reports. Reports, yeah.
Yes, so as of February 29th, 2024, we are at 55% realized revenues. And then expenditures, we're at 55.6% based off of the annual budget. And this is all with the new amended budget figures. We are right on target with projections. No news to report.
All right, thank you. With that, now we will. Yeah, okay. I will entertain a motion to go into closed session to consider the purchase or lease of real property for the use of the public body, including meetings held for the purpose of discussing whether a particular parcel should be acquired.
Second.
Roll call, please.
Audrey Adamson.
Aye.
Chet Smith.
Aye.
Mona Dixon.
Aye.
Jason Farrell. Lindsay Hines.
Aye.
Aaron Walter Smith.
Aye.
Andrew Ware.
Aye. All right, we will go into closed session. All right, can I have a motion to return to open session?
Sorry.
All in favor? Any opposed? Back in open session. All right, now we're on to number 11, approval of resolution for purchase of property, 1952nd Avenue, Moline. Recommended motion is that the Board of Education approve the purchase of property located at 1900 52nd Avenue, Moline, Illinois, for the future location of the Moline Valley School District office for the purchase price of $1,800,000. Pending inspection and repair, $1,800,000. Pending inspection and repairs to any findings. The purchase price also includes all furniture, furnishings, and equipment currently in the building, and an in-kind donation in naming and sponsorship for the Vibrant Credit Union. Board of Education further authorizes and directs the superintendent, Dr. Rachel Savage, and Vince Gallo, Chief Financial Officer, to execute all documents and complete all items necessary to effectuate the purchase of the property on the terms that both he and the superintendent deem acceptable. May I have a motion?
Second.
Discussion. It's an exciting opportunity for the school district, so we thank Vince and
Yes,
all
thank
of the admins for their hard work on this. Sets us up for the next level of success. That can I have anybody else? Okay, roll call.
Ramona Dixon.
Aye.
Jason Farrell. Lindsay Hines.
Aye.
Aaron Walter Smith.
Aye.
Audrey Adamson.
Aye.
Chet Smith.
Aye.
Andrew Ware.
Aye. All right, I will entertain a motion to adjourned?
So moved.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? All right, we are adjourned.
Yeah.
Oh, no, we are good. We will be doing the whole next. So let's just go right through the guys.
You don't wanna miss the science presentation. Everybody need to brain, because.
All right, guys.
I was like.
All right. Oh, Aaron's doing this. Go ahead. All right. I'm done with this.
Okay. So here we're ratified as a committee of the whole meeting of the Board of Education School District number 40 immediately following the regular meeting on April 8th. Monday, April 8th, 2024, at the Bartlett Performing Arts Center in Black Box, 7600 Avenue, the city of Moline, Illinois, 61265. Mayor, could I please have a roll call?
Audrey Addison.
Here.
Chuck Smith.
Here.
Ramona Dixon.
Here.
Jason Farrell. Lindsay Hines.
Here.
Andrew Ware.
Here.
Aaron Walden Smith.
Aye. Number 2 is the approval of the minutes. A, minutes of the committee of the whole meeting of March 11th, 2024. Can I have a motion?
So moved.
Second.
This discussion, no? All right. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Wait, I'm sorry.
Let's do that again. Aye.
We were just gonna let you finish for everybody.
Everybody else.
We go to public comment and participation to the previous meeting. So Dr. Devane, would you be so kind to come talk about high school science adoption?
Yes.
Please.
Yes. Okay, where to start? So if you recall, actually, give you a good sense. About a year ago, we were going through various social studies books that we put on public display. At the time, there's sometimes books that we put on public display, and the reason we do public display for 30 days is when we're going to a new series, something that's new. But what we did last year, because in the cycle for things, we ended up having social studies where we had different singleton courses that you could take here at the high school. I batched them all together and just put everything as it's going to go on public display. It just felt cleaner so that everyone can end up seeing it. So we had worked with social studies last year and a larger adoption this year and economics this year. We're now turning our eye to science. So we do have textbooks that will be on public display. One is we're going to do environmental science. The environmental science book, we ended up vetting through the science department. This was teacher led. Ultimately choosing this one, just to end up letting you know, having gone through it, it's neat that it starts with a phenomenon that happens within the real world and then starts linking in that scientific principle. They also have data and ways that it looks like replicating in the field. Now, the other thing we don't have to, the other two items we're going to talk about that we don't have to put on public display, but we're going to end up having them available anyway, is AP Biology. AP Biology, if we were due for the renewal to it because of the online component, that's what most textbooks do anymore. The difference with this one is that they're changing the edition. And a lot of times we see that with dual credit classes and AP courses. So if there's a change to the AP test, or if there's a change to the institution, such as ours at Black Hawk College, then there's a change to the book. So they're no longer doing the 11th edition that we had used and was successful and the teachers liked. So they went on to the 12th edition, and I'm taking a look at it. It is really nice. What they can end up doing for test prep with these now is phenomenal for students. So that's a big piece too. And then you're also going to end up seeing that we're going to bring forward as well as where I ended up talking about how it's no longer just like the textbook, but there's also the digital renewal and everything. A few years ago, this board had adopted, our board had adopted a new biology textbook that's been very successful. And the renewal for that textbook, just the digital component, is coming up. So when you end up seeing the board memo, I'm gonna be including these and the digital part for our regular bio. Now, compared to AP bio, they redid it. This is the 12th edition, what we used before, the 11th. The biology textbook has not done that. So, we've gotten quotes for them, and have them written in. Dr. Pribble and I have talked and been working on this all year with these quotes, right? And, we're in a good spot with them. So, any questions?
What vendor are we looking at?
Savis Pearson, they still call it Pearson on the AP side, but these.
How long we had the 11th edition one before they decided to?
You know what? That's a great question. The 11th edition, we actually were able to end up having, I want to say, 5 years. It was a good amount of time. Like, we got lucky with that. But just to let you know, one thing we fell into was like, it was a dual credit class. And, they made a change. And so we were prepared and authorized to end up doing the change. And then, there was another change on top of it. So they can change so quickly like that. So we keep our head on a swivel. Tara and I, for what I was talking about, we bought, canceled, returned, rebought like no time. So we got the most accurate look out there. So they're usually good to work with. Yeah, Ron?
My question is about like the AP bio. I know you said that we didn't have to put that on display because we had a big edition of it. But my question is related, as it relates to students being able to take those books home. Are we purchasing enough so that students can take them home? Because I know sometimes with those unison classes, it's tough to have enough of the material. Do we have enough so the kids can use them as reference too?
So the honest answer to that is yes. And you get the digital part so everyone can take one home, but we do get class sets with additional ones so that students who need to take one home or want one in class, they can, but not so many that every kid who takes it could end up taking one home. We don't have the interest in all students to carry them home. So yeah, if there's a student in the class who wants to end up having a book, we have books for them.
And our educators know that they have that ability for students to take it home. I think some of the students struggle with a little bit with the AP. And as a parent who has an AP student, it would have been helpful to be able to see something versus them going online to college board. It's just tough to navigate sometimes.
Yeah, absolutely. We have the copies for that. Usually the AP books are quite a brick. Too many students want to end up taking with, but we do make the offer. In fact, when this board authorized for econ, that was one where, we ended up saying, hey, if you end up needing to use it or anything like that, that we did.
Bennett? Ovid? All right, that remains. All right, may I have a motion to adjourn?
So second.
All in favor? Right now, everyone can see